Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to check out a brand new YouTuber. Well, brand new to me, not brand new to you. This is someone who makes thumbnails and titles so alluring that even a boomer like myself wants to click them. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking of none other than Leo Vader, recommended to me by my Discord, by my chat, by my editor. We're gonna start with this video. Were the magicians and now you see me wizards, or what?
Were the magicians and now you see me wizards, or what?
There's something about the first line being the exact title. It's like, oh, he said it. Oh, shit. I kind of want to start a YouTube video that way.
First up is J. Daniel Atlas, a sexy David Blaine-style street magician who's sexy and hot.
Okay, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, we spent the entire beginning of my stream talking about tropes in media that I don't like. And one of them is the self-insert character, or the Mary Sue. The idea that maybe in a book like Name of the Wind, the main character can do literally everything. They're the best at everything, and they're sexy, and they're so good at having sex. And this is exactly that.
He flips through a deck with multiple 7 of diamonds to draw the eye to them, then shows the same card is drawn in lights on the side of a skyscraper. He later reveals this was an electrician he bribed who somehow made individual rooms' lights turn on at angles that could form diamonds. Now that was an example of what I'm not going to be doing. I'm not Cinema Sins. I'm here to find the truth. In his first scene, he reads a man's facial cues to determine that he's cheating on his wife and who he's cheating with. This is surprisingly grounded in reality, with the magic consultant for the franchise, Keith Barry, having plenty of clips online of brain hacking people by detecting the word they're thinking of just from micro movements in their face.
Is that real? Is he gonna? He better tell me. Can you brain hack people?
Think of a word that if I guessed it, you'd be convinced I was psychic.
Again. Oh, I heard it right there. You said it louder. Oasis, Oasis, Oasis.
Oh, Jesus!
This is, I mean, is this staged?
You hacked my brain.
Why is everyone in this saying the title of the video? You've hacked my brain. Were the magicians wizards or what? Stop saying the fucking name of the movie.
The final horseman is Henley Reeves. We're introduced to her with a simple underwater lock-picking trick with the added caveat of a school of piranhas dangling above her. She fails to pick the lock in time and is eaten alive by piranhas.
Okay, maybe that's less goated. Holy shit. Does that happen in the movie? Look at all the blood.
She's actually out in the crowd.
Oh, I've seen this movie. I'm pretty sure I've seen it.
Frame by frame, this is very suspect. We see her writhing in pain and the blood pooling. So were the piranhas fake? Or did she have a double? At this point, Henley is under suspicion. We catch this mid-air high five from Jack and Merritt, and though this feat may look impossible to pull off at first glance, boosting the audio, you can hear their secret. 1, 2, 3. The most
oh no.
bullshit part of the heist trick is when they reveal the teleporter. What is this magic blanket Henley threw, and how did the teleporter appear? They pull in someone from the crowd, get him to sign a card to leave in the vault, teleport him to the bank of his choice, suck all the money into the tube, and blast it onto the audience. It's actually not that complicated, and based on a real David Copperfield trick called Portal, though that trick did require the teleported man to be a plant.
You don't say. In a trick about using a portal to teleport someone, they had to use a plant? They couldn't just pick anyone from the audience?
The biggest witchcraft red flag in the plan for me is during the setup when they have to hijack a truck and Merritt chi blasts a truck guard to knock him out. With us given...
No.
There is obviously no precedent for this in the wildest interpretations of hypnosis. We can tell it's impossible because we also look at his face and we don't fall asleep. Although maybe that's just because then we arrive at the scene that cemented this movie as a worm in my brain for the next 7 years. Jack calls off the other FBI members by doing a perfect impression of Dylan.
You little shit. You little shit. What game you playing? What game you playing?
He's just mocking him.
We're all good at 6, move to 7.
Copy that.
Why didn't the guy just yell while he was talking in the walkie-talkie? It seems like that one solved literally instantly. If he hits the button, just go, hey, it's me, I'm trapped in here. You know, just like a little classic.
Next, Jack sleight of hands the fire poker out of Dylan's grip and then banishes it. Then Dylan kicks him in the...
The pageantry of like looking him in the eyes, doing the Zoolander face, and then throwing it up just to get kicked in the fucking chest is so funny.
Kicks him into the curtain and he disappears.
He wanted to go into the curtain. I apologize. He saw it coming.
That scene was aggravatingly dumb when I first saw it. So, were the magicians and Now You See Me wizards? Yep.
Great video. I will say that the first line of this being the title of it, I fucking lost it.
Were the magicians and Now You See Me wizards or what?
I'm gonna watch another Leo video for sure.
The 2011 science fiction film In Time imagines a world where the currency is your time left to live. So how much time would a PS5 cost you if you're a resident of the world of In Time? Humans are born with 1 year of time on their clock. When they reach the age of 25, they stop aging and that clock starts ticking down. They can earn more time by working or transferring it to each other by touching wrists. Justin Timberlake stars as Danny Minute. Just kidding, but you believed me. He tends to start each day with around 24 hours on his clock.
He starts each day with 24 hours? Can you imagine the stresses? You're gonna die that day if you don't figure it out.
But our hero, Stevie Seconds, is struggling to hit the quotas at his factory job as his community is ravaged by inflation. And not the hot kind. Conversely, in our world...
How much time would I pay for a PS5? I don't even want a PS5, dude. I wouldn't pay any time for a PS5, but that doesn't make for a good YouTube video.
Coffee on his way to work, which he notices now costs 4 minutes, up from 3 minutes the day before. So how much does an equivalent cup of coffee cost in our world? An average cup of coffee in LA is $5, so that puts the exchange rate at about 0.8 minutes per dollar. The rich guy tells him how the system is rigged against the poor, with inflation manufactured to guarantee that people always die. He even wants to offer our hero some free time, but our guy doesn't accept handouts.
Why? It's your life. Oh, handouts. Oh no.
Which guy slips him a full century anyway while he's sleeping, which at our current exchange rate is about $42 million.
A century? When he's living off a day every day?
Meanwhile, his mom is going to meet him for a previously arranged time handoff, but finds out that bus fare has been increased from 1 hour to 2 hours, which in money terms is a ticket increase from $48 to $96. She's not able to...
Wait, why is the bus so much more expensive than the coffee?
We either accept it's $100 to take the bus across town, or we need to recalculate our exchange rate. But how?
My name is Noah Trudeau. I am an assistant professor of economics at St. Francis University.
Just to start, how would you handle calculating the exchange?
He's interviewing an economist for this video? That's goated.
What we'd probably do as like a scientist is we take all of these data points that we have and then do some sort of averaging among.
So let's try this new exchange rate and average the two. We're gonna call it $5 for bus fare that just got doubled. That's erring on the heavy side. So 120 minutes divided by $5 gets us 24 minutes. And averaging 24 minutes with our old exchange rate of 0.8 minutes gives us 12.4 minutes per dollar. So that's our new exchange rate for the time being.
Got it. We're just going to average it between all the items.
Time Man spends 8.5 weeks to eat at a fancy restaurant and leaves a 1-week tip. That meal costs $1,000.
I've never had a meal on my own that cost as much as a night in a hotel.
I also noticed how expensive
Okay, come on.
that meal was, and I went and freeze framed and zoomed. It's like a grilled cheese in French.
That's an expensive grilled cheese.
He makes his way to the Rich Guy Casino to win big at the tables and in our hearts. And with his winnings, he blows 59 years on some ridiculous sci-fi chrome convertible.
A 1969 Jaguar, a nice red one, if I might say so, for $90,000 online.
And he paid 59
Even with an
years.
absurdly generous vintage car markup of 10 times, because we don't have context for how much a 200-year-old classic car will be worth, we get $900,000.
Yeah, he only got a century, and the way he's spending, he's already down to 40. It's like just like lottery winners, you know what I'm saying? Also, if you get a century, you need to use that to I assume, I've never seen the movie. It must be a critique on like capitalism and capital owners versus labor. If he is not using his capital to establish more capital, then he's just gonna die anyway, man.
And now we're in the part of the movie where they start Bonnie Clyding their way through the city doing time crime.
Wait, that's sick.
I'd say your money or your life, but since your money is your life.
Is that a line in the movie?
Why would that expression exist? I'd say time is money, but since your time is your money, I can still say it like normal. PS5s are $500.
Now, if you're selling the car, which is the really like cheap time, you're looking at about 119 days of time for a PS5.
Wait, but 119 days is only 4 sandwiches, isn't it? Wait, that's good. Isn't that only 4 grilled cheeses? I'll trade you 4 grilled cheeses for a PS5 right now, chat.
The hotel price, which is somewhere in between 8 days, 12 hours. I would take that estimate at the end of the day.
You can accept that answer if you trust what some economist has to say over me, your best friend. I think we have to consider the PS5 a Zone 12 product, gaming being the opiate of the masses. At our 12.4 minute per dollar exchange rate on a PS5, which totals $547.50 after LA's 9.5% sales tax, that gives us 4 days, 17 hours, and 9 minutes. So there you have it. And now the only question left is it worth it? When you're toiling away in the factories of Zone 12, and your money represents your time left on Earth, with each purchase a trade-off between a longer life and a desperate grasp at joy, is it worth spending 113 precious hours, almost 5 of your days, on the chance to be immersed in a true next-generation gaming experience?
Fuck yeah.
No.
Oh.
Because PS5 got no games.
Dude, that's it. That's the channel. You did it. You won. You can quit YouTube. Fuck, that was funny.